Has there been any more eye-rolling news come out of Hollywood recently than the fact that Die Hard is getting a prequel movie? Yep, if you want aware, Bruce Willis will be reprising his role in an upcoming prequel which is supposed to focus on McClane during his early years before the first movie and in his later years. There's not an atom of hope in this project. The first Die Hard movie is a classic. The second is basically a remake set in an airport. With a Vengeance was a brilliant sequel and the most rewatchable of the entire series. It's not surprising, seeing as though it's the only sequel directed by John McClane, who made the first movie and other action classics like Predator and The Hunt for Red October. Then the series started to go downhill, starting with the fourth movie, Live Free or Die Hard. This film would actually have been a good movie and pretty much is a very enjoyable action film. It just isn't a Die Hard movie. One of the whole points of the series and the character of McClane is that he's an everyday man, a normal cop who was caught in the wrong place at the wrong time. He doesn't possess any superpowers, he gets hungover and his body aches after a fistfight. It's one of the major draws of the movie, but Die Hard 4 turned him into a superhero, riding fighter jets and single-handedly blowing up choppers. The fifth film, bloody hell, the fifth film isn't even worth talking about. It really is bottom of the barrel, direct-to-DVD stuff and was made well into the era of Willis's career where he stopped caring. By this time he had lost all his charisma and just came off as a grumpy old man who didn't put any effort into his performances. It boggles the mind then how anyone thought making a sixth Die Hard film is a good idea. And on top of that, a sixth film which is set before the first. I mean, what are you going to make it about? If McClane's a standard cop, he can't be shooting up terrorists and cop-blocking heists in his early days. That would be just a bastardization of his character, and it would derail what made so much of the original a good movie. And they're calling it McClane. McClane! So they are that creatively exhausted that they can't even make a punny name anymore. It's just simply boringly McClane. I'll tell you what, they should have called it Old Habits Die Hard. I've been wanting a new Die Hard movie to be called that for years. It's not just a cool title, but it is also appropriate in that it references that the franchise has gone on for too long. But sorry ladies and gentlemen, Old Habits Die Hard. Still, no one's forcing us to watch it, but it's stupendously bemusing that the big studios are just that unashamed, that much out of ideas that we are getting a prequel to the classic Material action flick, simply to cash in on the franchise's name. I guess, as they say, old habits die hard.